Well, our first guest this morning has one of the most unique resumes on earth. He has jumped off a 58-foot dam, or he's made a 58-foot jump off a dam in L.A. He has done wasabi snooters in Tokyo, Japan, and he has catapulted into the sky while strapped into a fully loaded porta potty. How many of you have done that?
Classic. You have the chance to see him this weekend doing his latest act that would truly scare most people, stand-up comedy. Joining us now, the one, the only, Stevo-O. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So stoked to have you here. So some people may or may not know this. Not your first time in New Mexico, because you were actually a UNM Lobo for a while. Is that right?
I lived in New Mexico 20 years ago, from July of '96 to October of '98.
Very neat. So this isn't your first rodeo with New Mexico, but I want to kind of back up because a lot of us know you from Boys and Jackass, but this, where do we start? Because Brahma was telling me clown school? Was that?
To really condense it down, I grew up listening to heavy metal music on a skateboard. Motley Crue taught me that sex, drugs, and rock and roll was my goal.
Okay.
And, you know, I didn't play music. I didn't have any, you know, I grew up on a skateboard. I wasn't even that good at that. But I fell in love with making videos. And I decided that, you know, I would go to the University of Miami to become a creative advertising guy. And when I got to the University of Miami, I couldn't go to class. I just couldn't do it. And I got kicked out of the dorms. So I just screwed up every way possible. And I decided, well, I love making videos. I'm not that good at skateboarding. I'm going to become a professional idiot. I'm going to make outrageous home videos of stunts, and everyone's going to fall in love with me. And everybody just everyone I told this plan to just felt sorry for me. Like, what a loser. You know, there was no precedent. And I just had this vision of it. And I didn't expect it to work out necessarily. I thought I would probably just sort of die trying. And I wanted to hurry up and record lots of footage so that I would leave a legacy of it.
But it found its way to the eyes of Jeff Tremaine and the people making Jackass. I mean, that's almost seems like this synergistic thing that happened. This show happened because this is before Fail Blog and Fail Army.
Oh yeah, this is before like footage was even on the internet. Really, I mean, the only way to get anywhere at that time was to plug VCRs together, and nobody even knows what a VCR is anymore.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But yeah, I was homeless for a few years after I dropped out of college. I wasn't getting anywhere. But then I found out about Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College. This is while I lived in Albuquerque. My sister was a journalist for the Albuquerque Journal.
Okay.
And I came home one day and there was a note. I was living with her at that point. I had just given up. and it said Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College. Apparently it's free if you can get in. They had no tuition.
Wow.
And she thought this would be a great way to get me out of her house. So I called up and I hitchhiked from Albuquerque to Denver to audition for Clown College. And I was just so much of a bouncing bean that they decided that they wanted me. And I went to Clown College, at which point I got a career as a clown, which meant I didn't have to sell drugs anymore. And all the while, I was still making my crazy videos, and I worked as a clown until we got the Jackass show, which was born of skateboarding videos.
Yeah, because it seems like it, Bam. All these people that were professional skateboarders. We're going to continue this
I
conversation.
love it.
We got to take a quick commercial break, Steve. But stay with us, guys. We're going to talk more about his career, and we're also going to talk about your new best friend that you met in Peru.
Oh, it's going to get good. It's going to get
real
good.
Guys, stay with us here on New Mexico Living. Before we send you to break, here's a look at our shootnewmexico.org green room. New Mexico Living returns after this.
I came to Peru on this crazy mission to learn how to mountain climb, and I wanted to find a street dog to be my companion. So on my first day, I bought a couple bags of dog food, and I went around trying to feed dogs.
Did you like the doggy food?
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. There's no problem.
None of them wanted anything to do with me until I met Wendy. She was just sleeping there, and she kind of slowly got up. Come here, pretty girl. Hello.
Oh, sweet baby. So let's talk about Wendy. You were down there learning how to do some mountain climbing.
Right. It was a YouTube Red series, basically mountain climbing with the stars.
Okay.
And I just love it. Like, I mean, I've traveled the world a lot, like for work, even on my own, with my buddies. And everywhere I go, I judge the country based on how I perceive the situation of the street dogs. Wow. When we went to Morocco, I brought a street dog into my bed every night, and the video we made, like, people were just tripping out about it, and they're like, "Oh, why didn't you bring that dog home?" And their street dogs were doing great in Morocco. And she was healthy, like, and they were doing pretty well in Peru as well. But the thing was that I just fell in love with Wendy so much that I figured out how to get her home. It was an involved process, but thankfully I didn't have to do anything because the series producers took care of it.
That's great.
And I thought, like, she was used to all this freedom in the streets. She could go anywhere where she wanted. Right. So I thought it wouldn't be fair to bring her home and leave her cooped up in my house. So my compromise was, I'll figure out what it takes to get her certified as a service dog, and then I can just bring her everywhere. Turns out you don't have to do anything. You just buy a vest on Amazon. And,
really?
you know, like, you buy a vest, and then, you know, so I got Wendy a vest. It doesn't even fit her. Nobody cares. I can bring her anywhere I want. But I felt like I was abusing the system, you know? And so then I actually tracked down, like, these guys I believe are the best service dog trainers in the world. And I introduced Wendy to them, and they said she's got real potential. And so then I thought, oh no, this is the last thing I wanted to hear, that she has potential. Because then I think because then I'll be selfish to keep her. And I don't want to be selfish, but we found a compromise. These guys, they have this great charity, and they're called Advanced Canine Systems. They take donations and they train service dogs, and they just give them to wounded veterans, guys in wheelchairs. And what the dogs do for these guys in wheelchairs is way beyond just the actual help. Like they rebuild these guys, you know? Amazing. And so when they get a new group of guys in every few months, Wendy will be essentially their practice dog. She's a service dog instructor. She'll teach them how to work with their dogs so they don't screw up their dogs. They practice on Wendy, and that happens about for 2 weeks every few months, and I keep her the rest of the time.
There you go.
So she's of service, and she's still mine.
That's perfect.
So very quickly, before we lose time, Steve, you have 4 shows coming up. 2 tonight,
I've got 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. It's going to be outrageous. I'm reckless. I'm shameless. Every bit as much in my stand-up as I am in my life.
That's why we like it.
I do a free meet and greet after every show, so I make sure I take a photo with everybody who wants one. Cool. You know, I'm laid back, man. I'm super psyched.
We're stoked that you're here.
Tickets still available?
We've got a little bit of room. There's 4 shows, and none of them are quite sold out. But after all the press I did this morning, maybe.
Hopefully we're going to change that. Yeah, I'm hoping to get my seats. If you want to see Stevo tonight or tomorrow at the stage at Santa Ana Star Center, head over to foxtomexico.com. We'll have all